Well, folks, I hate to say it, but this might be the final straw that breaks the camel's back. The Arkansas Razorbacks just dropped their sixth consecutive game on the season, this time losing to Mississippi State at home 7-3. There is just absolutely no justification, no excuse for how consistently pathetic this Arkansas offense has looked this season. And as much as I love them, the only way I see Sam Pittman surviving another year is with a major overhaul on that side of the ball. But at this point, I'm not even convinced that that will be enough. It's truly sad because if this offense even had a pulse, they would probably be at least 6-2 right now rather than 2-6. And today, against a Mississippi State defense that is objectively and statistically the worst in the SEC and one of the worst in the country, you only put up 3 points, and that was only after the defense handed you the football in field goal range. Then at that point, you really just have to call a duck, or in this case, a pathetic performance. Even the most mediocre of offenses ought to be able to put the ball in the end zone against this Bulldogs defense, and yet sadly, somehow we were unable to. Regardless whether I like some of these individuals as coaches or players, I love them all as human beings, but objectively speaking, the writing on the wall don't get much thicker and clearer than this. Change is no longer becoming apparent, it is apparent. And if you want my honest opinion as of right now, and I'm sure it'll change 1,000 times in between now and whenever change is made, but if the big decision to ultimately go a new direction in terms of a new head coach and not just a massive overhaul offensively, then I think there is potential out there for the Razorbacks to be able to make a relatively seamless transition and upgrade. Call me crazy if you want, laugh at me if you want, but I personally wouldn't be opposed to the idea of hopping on the old Gus bus. Theoretically, you could bring him back home to be the head coach, keep Coach T. Well and the defensive staff in place if you're able to. Maybe try to keep running back Coach Jimmy Smith on the offensive side of the ball. But I've been very pleased with Travis Williams, who obviously worked with Gus Malzahn last season at UCF. He and the defensive coaching staff have really been able to exceed my expectations in terms of what they've been able to get out of this defense so far this season, despite injuries and despite, I'll say it for the third time, what has been a pathetic offense the vast majority of the season. And perhaps this type of talk is just looking too far ahead. And as I noted, I'll probably change my opinion 1,000 times, maybe even 1,000,000 times in between now and when change is actually made. But as of today, and after what I witnessed today, that almost seems like a dream scenario by comparison. I will continue to love and support these guys regardless, as I say, till the wheels fall off and beyond. But to me, the current state of the Arkansas football program is concerning at best. Gus Bus or not, rejoice, rabid Razorback family, because the must bus is just right around the corner. Thank y'all for y'all's time. Thank y'all for all the love and support. Until next time, I pray the Lord keeps you all safe and blessed. And of course, go Hogs!